It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. It's the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos on Monday Night Prime Time.
A terrific night for football as EA Sports takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in the capital city of Denver, Colorado. Tonight, we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup between the New England Patriots and the Denver Broncos. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
And off we go from Denver. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Patriots now to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
Mac Jones absolutely believed in himself coming out of high school. Went to Alabama despite the fact there are many high-profile quarterbacks already on the roster, and blossomed into a Heisman Trophy candidate in his final season with 41 touchdowns and only 4 interceptions. Steady, consistent as a passer, doesn't have the biggest cannon for an arm, but can stretch the field and lay those passes in on the deep ball.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. First carry now for Ramondre Stevenson. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Jones. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. They set up the screen for Stevenson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw here taken in by Parker. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
They run once more with Stevenson.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
They'll run for it. It's Stevenson.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown.
Ramondre Stevenson.
14 yards.
And the Patriots' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. So they only needed a couple of feet there on 4th down, but they got more than that and then some as he takes this into the end zone.
And I love your description right there, right? 4th and short. They got that. No problem. Let's go ahead and get the rest of it. Finish it off in the end zone. Touchdown. Everyone goes away happy on that one.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was polished off by a Ramondre Stevenson touchdown run.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. So now here are the Broncos for their first drive of the game. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
And I think that even after a decade in the NFL, he doesn't get enough credit for not just his consistency, but his brilliant play and leadership as well. He's won a Super Bowl in Seattle. He's led his team to another Super Bowl opportunity also in Seattle. His numbers are always terrific, almost always in the Pro Bowl, and all his team does is win. This guy's a natural leader.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their 25-yard line. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A first carry now. This is Williams. Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board. On 4th down, it's Riley Dixon on now to kick it away for Denver. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead. Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this.
Jones throwing to start the drive. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's 2nd and a yard. On the counter, it's Stevenson.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. We also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Back to Stevenson on first down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Stevenson.
And he's got this one just across midfield to the 49.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
That's why the guy with the headsets is down there. All right, they know what they're doing because they got stuffed on a running play on first down. And I think myself and probably the fans were saying throw the football in this situation. But he knew what he was doing, called another run, and now they've got 3rd and short.
First carry now for Pierre Strong. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line.
It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And just a yard to go here on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Jones. And this is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Looking to throw. Jones. He's got it. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Stevenson.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
New England on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They wanted to throw for it. A surprise does not work on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Bronco defense comes up big. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Wilson. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, to me, there is no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain Night, and it's a good one. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson.
It may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point.
They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He completes it to Henry. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and now it's 3rd and 3.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football, and that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Right back to him on first down. And a nice run to get this up over the 20-yard line.
The 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage. And that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones.
Setting up a screen for Stevenson.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. This is why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
The Patriots send out their punter, standing just outside his own goal line. That's pulled in at the 32.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
Denver's offense now set to go.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, Everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
They begin the drive with Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wilson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Riley Dixon now to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Patriots take over.
New England's offense set to go.
The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Jones now throwing to start the drive. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Jones. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. They'll get 34 yards there.
Now that one hurts defensively. They force them into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
They'll look to throw again.
Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw again. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a 1-touchdown game. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over this one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions, right?
Live conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. The first play of the drive there is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. To throw is Wilson.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okuewu now. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. 2nd and 8 coming from the 19. Here's Wilson. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. Wilson. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're content to take the 3. Somewhat of a conservative call there, opting not to go for it on 4th and inches.
And that's from a team that you and I know is not usually playing it close to the vest. It's a little bit of a surprise that they opted for the 3 instead of going for it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Marcus Jones going to elect to bring this one out. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. New England trying to get to place on offense. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up, because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did, because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
Throwing Jones. They set up the screen for Stevenson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the 1st half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Jones. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number one.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Jones. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first. I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's a 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Looking for Thornton, and he's got him. Touchdown, New England.
A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Patriots will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was Tyquan Thornton who brought in the touchdown reception to cap things off. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
You ready to roll? This is the call before the storm, baby.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everyone, to our brand-new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First things first, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from the first half for New England. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 22, Wilson. Open man. He completes it to Judy. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. Here's Jones on the return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10. At about the 32. It's Stevenson with a run to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 80 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Jones. And caught by Henry. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space, because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. On 2nd down, a run with Strong.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And right side, Henry's got it.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Here's Jones on first down.
He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll escape to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Setting up a screen for Stevenson.
That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Jones, off play action. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Baron Browning
in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 30, so this is a 40-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So the lead extended, and I think at this point you say, hey, defense, take us to the end.
Well, if I got some good music to put to that, I could have a good country hit. I like the way you expressed yourself there. I think the offense has done enough so far. But like you say, if your defense is only giving up 3 points, makes it a lot easier to settle for field goals on this side of the ball.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Offense gets set to go, and there's Ramondre Stevenson.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a 2nd time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that 2nd score here in the 3rd quarter. Now Jones throwing to start the drive. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Oh, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
99 yards on the ground so far for Stevenson, and a 1st down.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And over the middle, this is Parker. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Alex Singleton making the play defensively. So that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there.
To try again after the sack. Jones, this complete to Henry over the middle.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones.
Checking this down to Stevenson.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here.
And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down.
Got his man, it's Dulcich.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw.
That's caught by Marquez Callaway. And he will have the Broncos 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
I like the fact that they didn't overcomplicate things on that call. 3rd and 2. Just run the quick little hitch, which they did. Ball's out of quarterback's hands. And yes, indeed, they pick up the 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now it's Wilson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson will throw again. And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Get something together. They gotta walk that walk, baby. Let's go, man. Every day, let's do what we do every day. Once again, we gotta get it done as a group.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team. Their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Going deep here for Parker. He's got a man, complete. A big play there for New England. 56 yards.
Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field. Off the play fake, Jones. He's going to take another shot here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Stevenson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Let's go,
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll look to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. Touchdown!
Juju Smith-Schuster
From 6 yards away.
And the Pats have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Well, I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first down. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's capped off by the touchdown from Juju Smith-Schuster.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 21. Now Wilson.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wilson.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On the handoff, Stevenson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, It's real hard to put it back on and mash it because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They run once more with Stevenson. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This will be, let's see, 38 yards out. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their 25-yard line.
He'll hand this to Williams to start things out. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
That one good for 13 and a Denver 1st down. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson setting up the screen to Pirine. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. To throw is Wilson.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
They run. It's Williams. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
And the drive starts with a carry by Stevenson.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
Throwing Jones. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. They bring the pressure as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now.
Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 20-yard line. Here's Wilson.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Wilson. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Wilson. It's complete to Williams.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 26. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder what plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Again, Wilson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going?
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots defense is going to take over on downs. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
So the Patriots coming out now. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. That kind of looked like a defense fed up by being gashed in the running game all night.
Yeah, and imagine their coach saying, if you're fed up on that play, where were you the rest of the time? What took you so long? But flip it over to the offensive side. They've been dominating this thing, and to finally have a play go against them, that's not something that's going to make them feel very good this evening.
They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.